What's up guys, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use PowerToys for Windows. So PowerToys is a really useful tool that I recommend you to download. It will basically enhance your Windows experience in many different ways. So basically PowerToys, you can just search it up and then it's on the Learn Microsoft site, and this is where you can install it. It's not natively installed on a system, but you can download it from here. There's lots of different features here. I don't use every feature, but in particular I use always on top, color picker, crop and lock, what else do I use? I've got some mouse utilities, but I really use them often. Peak, I've got that. Power rename, PowerToys run I use the most, and then I've got quick accent. Oh yeah, I've got text extractor, shortcut guide, screen ruler as well. But yeah, the extent to which I use these varies. But anyway, once you've downloaded it and you've installed it on your system, what will happen is essentially it will show up inside your system tray. So it will show up as PowerToys here, and then you can go to settings, or you can access this little quick menu here. So essentially, if you go to settings, there's lots of different configurations you can make. These are the ones I've got enabled, these are the ones I haven't got enabled because I don't need them. So I'm going to show you some of them. Okay, so for example, you've got advanced paste. So if you press Windows key Shift V, what will happen is you'll get the advanced paste window, and there we go. You can paste as a plain text or markdown, JSON. I don't really need it. I've got like the regular control. So the regular Windows V to get the clipboard menu is really all I use to paste, or I just right click. So I don't really need advanced paste, but it can be useful. Now always on top is quite good. So essentially, if you press control space, it will make a little noise and it will give a border, and that means that Windows is always on top. So when you click other windows, basically, you know, this one will always stay on top. And then when you press the shortcut key again, it will disable. So that's how that works. So yeah, control space, very useful in certain cases, especially if you've got like media that you want to keep always on top, but it's not like in the pop-out menu. You can use that. Or if you want to put like another window on top of another and then type on top of it, like that could be useful. Like for example, let's say you've got this, but then like essentially what you want to do, I don't know why that was kind of weird. Okay, so let's say you got this, but then you want to like get a notepad, and then you want to like have it on top, and then you want to still like do that. You can do that if you want. So that's another thing that you can do. Crop and lock is quite good. I don't really need it, but essentially it's still useful to have. So like for example, let's say you've got like a window. So what the crop and lock can allow you to do is if you can either do it as a thumbnail or reparent. I mostly use it for reparent, but basically let's just say you get Google Sheets and you want to crop this window but still use it. So what you do is press all the shortcut keys, and then you just kind of take out what you want. So let's say we just want that. It will do this, and it will basically create the window for us, but it will be cropped to what we want. So it will remove the clutter, and it will be like a new crop and lock window. So I like this because I don't really need the stuff at the top of Google Sheets. And you can still edit it like normal pretty much. So that's cool. So that's what you can do. If you exit, it will give you back the normal window. So yeah, we just want to get it back. There we go. Oh, actually, we didn't even do that properly. We forgot to keep the bottom stuff. Let me try again. There we go. That's how that works. Okay. So here's some more features. Color picker. This is cool. So if you press Windows Control C, I believe. No, it's Windows Shift C. You can now hover on the screen and do any color pretty much. So it is a bit hard because I've got like a mouse that does this stuff, but you click it and then it will basically have some color picker menu. It shows information like the hex, RGB and HSL codes. So you can just copy these or you can edit it as you wish. It just brings up a quick RGB menu without you having to go to Paint or an external color site. You can just quickly pick colors on any part of your screen, which is perfect essentially. So it's really good for people who need to customize. So as I said, you press Windows Shift C to get that up. Then I'm actually going to show you something that's not part of PowerToys, but basically if you want to learn a definition of a word, say you want to do technology, just control and right click. We can bring up the definition of this word on WordWeb. WordWeb is another thing you can install. With that shortcut you can just bring up and words, and then it will give you the synonyms and the definition really quickly. So you just do it with any word. Supports, Windows, intelligent, so on. So it's quite good. Has to run in the system tray, of course, to work. Then we've got some more. So if you want to find your mouse, just press the left click twice and it will find it for you. Left click twice again, it'll get rid of it. You can do power rename. So what this does is, you know, if you what you have to do is shift right click, because I've set it in the settings to do that. You can get an option with power rename. What you can do is you can rename multiple files, or you can just change one extension to another. So you can change the ICO to a DSF or a PNG, sorry, and apply it. So that's something you can do. Just change file extensions really quickly if you've not got the option. PowerToys run. So if I press Alt space, I get a little search bar in the middle of the screen, and I can search certain things. So for example, you know, if I want to search for the app Instagram, for example, I've got the option here. Like there's different plugins you can do. This one, it's really cool. So I've got actually, like, for example, Adobe, for example, I've got my notebooks that it can recognize. So do synopsis. Or maybe I don't, I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know, let's say Palo Alto. Yeah, see, you got that as well, which is cool. What you can also do as well is you can use a calculator. You can translate. So, like, for example, sorry, there is a tree. It will translate it to French, but that's the standard I set it to. But you can do it to something else. So for example, if you want to do it to Spanish, just put ES, there you go. Or you can do currency conversions, so 78 USD to GBP would be 61. Since we haven't clarified the currency, you have to put USD to get that. Or if we want to do CHF, it will convert it to GBP. Likewise, or Euro again. So you can do currency conversions all, which is cool, not just translation. These are actually plugins that I've got. So yeah, these are plugins for PowerToys Run, which activate on Outspace. So there's lots of different options. I mostly use it for apps, but it can also do more advanced things as well. Quick accent is something you can do to get the accents up. So for example, if I want to get the accents up for the letter A, I press A and then I just press the back or the left or right key buttons, so the arrows, and then that will bring it up, and there you go. So left to right arrow when you press a letter. That's pretty cool. I don't really need to use it, but obviously if you use different languages, it's very helpful. Peak is cool. Basically, if you just press shift and backslash, which I've set to, you can just quickly peek items. So it's pretty cool actually. Quick. You don't have to just do it with images though. You can also do it with your documents as well. Might have to get a plugin, but essentially you can also bring up text files. I don't know if it can bring up notebooks. Yeah, no, notebooks not possible yet, but it can do text files, INIs. We can try Word documents as well. So if we go to education, general, just press space. Might take a bit of time to load, but there you go. Flagpedia, just press space again. Actually, the shortcut isn't supposed to be space, it's supposed to be shift and the /, but I just say it as that because it's just convenient, but it will load as well. So let me try the other shortcut. There we go. This is the one that's supposed to come up. And you got an option to open in Word. I've got Word 2016, so it's less advanced than the modern one. But yeah, this one is nice because it keeps it quite simple. But yeah, you might have to run this plugin a couple of times for it to work a bit faster because it's maybe not used to loading this type of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can also open these in the pane as well, but I forgot what the shortcut was to bring it up, but there's a shortcut that can bring that up. So that's Peak essentially. You can do it with so many different files, it's really good. And then shortcut guide is just, you know, Win Shift that. This gives you an idea of what shortcuts you can use. Screen ruler. If you press Windows Shift M, according to this, you can measure the coordinates on your screen. Don't really need to use this, but useful for people that need to measure certain things. And then text extractor, which is Windows Shift T. You can just take some text. So, for example, just take that. It will copy it to the clipboard. So if you press V, you can see here, it might mess up. So it's not 100% perfect, but sometimes it can be really, really useful. But you're supposed to essentially take it from images that's got text on it and copy it to the clipboard, so you don't have to type it manually. It's just to quick extract text from images. That's essentially what its purpose is. So yeah, I think I've gone through pretty much everything. Um, yeah, it's like really useful. Some other features as well. You can look into it to see what you need, but I think PowerToys Run essentially is the best one, as well as Peak. Those are the most useful ones um, to look at, and obviously always on top as well. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Any questions, put down a comment.